What's up guys, I'm Will with thewillgrant.com, and if you've been following me for some time now or have seen my previous videos, you know that I'm extremely passionate about the Wim Hof method. It may be the single most effective habit that I've implemented into my daily routine that made the biggest difference in changing my life. So after doing it for a bit over a year now, I still knew there was so much to still learn and understand about this method. So when I found out that Wim Hof was doing an event in my home state, I had to buy a ticket, and I immediately started begging some of my closest friends to go down to Miami and do some deep breathing and a cold water plunge with me. And I honestly learned so much from the event, actually doing the method in a group of about 400 people with Wim Hof instructing it himself. And after so many things that I've gained, these are the top 3 things that I learned from doing the event. So stay tuned. So one of the first and biggest things that I learned from Wim Hof was to focus more on the feeling and physiology of what's going on and less on the result and performance. Coming from an athlete background, I've always had the tendency of trying so hard and forcing to get the best result possible. And when I was able to quit thinking about my performance and just focus more on the feeling and physiology of what's going on, I was able to go much deeper than I ever have before. There is something about doing the method in a group setting that really intensifies the whole energy of the practice. And I've noticed this a bit with just doing it with a group of my own friends, but having the opportunity to do it in a group of about 400 people with Wim Hof instructing the method himself really just took it to a whole new level, and it was unreal. Although I still believe that there are huge benefits in making time for yourself to do this method alone, you really don't want to miss out on the extra energy and encouragement of doing it in a group setting. What I like to do is anytime I have a couple friends over, I just ask them, hey, you want to do a couple rounds of breathing? And this not only can help change your friend's life, but brings a whole new aspect of accountability with conversations of each other asking, hey, have you been doing your breathing? And this is honestly one of the easiest ways just to make the world a better place. So the third and maybe the most amazing thing that I took away from the Wim Hof event was that he was very clear in expressing that we are not meant to only be able to have access to 10 to 20% of our brains. We have the capability to use all 100%, and we just lose that capability and access through our artificial environments, our controlled temperatures, and all the TV and computer screens. We have thousands of different buttons and controls to our body and its systems, and we only know the most basic. With practice, we gain the ability to go much deeper and gain access to the thousands of buttons and controls to our body, which opens up a whole new perspective on life that's filled with opportunity when we gain control over our happiness, strength, and health. All in all, I highly recommend doing a Wim Hof event for anyone who's just learning about this method to somebody who's been doing it for a while. And in the meantime, grab some friends and encourage them to a group session. This will not only help motivate you, but bring your friends up as well. Alright guys, and I really hope this video helped anyone who is really looking to get the most out of their Wim Hof method. If it did, please give it a big old thumbs up and think about subscribing, because we're coming out with new videos every single week. I also have new updates on my website as well, so check that out at www.thewillgrant.com. Yo Jason, you good? You good, bro? What do you think? Cameron, so what's your take on the Wim Hof experience? How was the experience?
It was great, to say the least. You know, I would advise whoever's watching this, all the viewers, you know, go check it out. Do your research on it. I really feel like it could benefit everybody's life in multiple ways. It was really life-changing. It was awesome.
What is your biggest take on meeting Wim Hof and doing the breathing at the event and the cold therapy? So what's your take on the actual experience, your biggest take?
You know, just his attitude was what I took away the most, because the way that he was goofing around and just the way he was acting, it proves that he's no different than any of us and any of you guys. So anybody can do it. He's got over 30 world records, and he's just a normal guy that came across something that's revolutionary. What the fuck?
Jay Smooth just finishing meeting Wim Hof, the whole Wim Hof experience, doing the breathing in the group. What do you think?
It was awesome. It was some good energy and just, I don't even know what to say. I'm still kind of trying to process everything. It was a good time and I learned a lot.
What was your biggest take on the... You good, bro? You good, bro?
No. I haven't really, like I said, got to process it. It's been 10 minutes since we just got done, so I'm sure it'll all sink in a little more once we get home and stuff like that, but I like it. It was fun. So how was your Wim Hof experience?
It was sweet, dude. Just the energy in that room, just having like a couple hundred people in there and Wim Hof, everyone just breathing. Definitely one of the coolest experiences I've ever done.
What's the biggest thing you took away from it?
It's not force, you know, because I feel like a lot of times I'm always trying to force the things I want, force my goals, force my breathing. I'm just trying so hard, but I mean, I've learned to stop focusing on the result and just focus more on the physiology and the feeling of it, and that was pretty sweet. And something I felt like I knew, but it is a constant reminder to make it an actuality, was that we're using such a small percentage of our brains, and we have the capable within all of us to use 100%, and it's really cool to be able to get into that breathing with a whole group of people and feel so much of what he's talking about. It's just so revolutionary. Like, things are changing. The power of being happy, healthy, strong is within us. It's not within a pill or within making a certain amount of money or doing this or that. It's all within us, which is pretty sick. Breathe, motherfucker!